Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name's Richard. Today we're talking about when you'd go in and trade your bike for a newer bike, maybe a newer used bike, or a new bike even, if you were lucky, and then they'd look at your speed, your odometer, and go, "Oh, it's got more than 20,000 miles on it." They'd take a deep, sharp breath and go, 22,000 miles, which basically meant your bike was worth nothing. 20,000 miles used to be the threshold of when your bike was worth nothing. Do you remember those days? Now to be fair, I haven't had a bike for a long time that's done more than 20,000 miles. I know I've got the Triumph T120, and I suspect I will be keeping that for a long, long time. And hopefully, that will go over 20,000 miles. Oops, something's happening. What's happening here? There we go. So that shouldn't be becoming part of the equation. Have you taken your bike in, and they've looked at your bike and said, "Oh, it's more than 15,000 miles, or it's more than 20,000 miles, or whatever it is," and they've took a sharp, the guys at the dealership have took a sharp breath in. I mean, to be fair, you know, I look on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, or eBay, and people are selling, you know, BMW GS 1200s with 65,000 miles on them, and you know, maybe £4,500. I'm guessing at the number there. I might not be accurate, yeah. But you know, if it's £4,500, then that means it's not worthless. It is worth something. And I mean, you know, it wasn't that long ago that I had a Suzuki Bandit 1250, all the pannier, and I ended up putting about 22,000 miles on that. I think when I bought it, it was 6 months old with no miles on it, and within a couple of years I'd put 22,000 miles on it. I'd done a load of miles on it. Brilliant bike, absolutely fault free. And you know, it just I can remember going in and trading it in for something, or attempting to trade it in for something, and they went, "Ooh." Now this must have been about 2012. So they went, "Ooh, it's got more than 20,000 miles on it," and they gave me a ridiculous price on it, ridiculously low price. Yeah. Of which I then sold it. I think I sold it on eBay. Here we go. Perfect. I think I sold it on eBay and got a much better price on it rather than the trade-in, and ended up getting the next bike. I can't remember what the next bike was. I do remember what it was. A Kawasaki Versys 650. That was a brilliant bike. I ended up having 3 of those. Absolutely brilliant for going into Europe to the Alps. So light and so flickable. But yeah, Tell me, have you recently taken your bike into a dealer and they've looked at the mileage and said, oof, that's high? I'd love to know that. Has the situation changed? Does no one care about the mileage anymore? Because I haven't, it's a long time since I've had a high mileage bike that I've traded in. It's just an interesting thought. And if that's true, and if bikes were worthless over 20,000 miles on the odometer, then why are all these bikes on Facebook Marketplace and eBay with over 20,000 miles on the clock being relatively expensive if they are worthless? I don't know, what's your thoughts on that? Now I know the technology from, let's say, 10 or 12 years ago has not changed too much. There we go. Has not changed too much at all. The bikes, it's like the new Honda Hornet 1000 that's come out. That's using a Fireblade engine, so I understand. From, I don't know, 5 or 15 years ago. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's not a new engine, it's a detuned Fireblade engine. Detuned at 150 horsepower. Wow. It's a beautiful winter's day. Early part of winter. Early part of December. Absolutely beautiful. I've got my Kai's heated jacket on and my Kai's heated gloves connected to my jacket. Absolutely wonderful. Don't forget, I also use the Iron JS heated gloves with the batteries. They are brilliant. And if you look in the description, there is a link where you get 10% off or whatever. Iron JS heated gloves. They range from about £83 up to £95, depending on what style. And they're absolutely fantastic. I mean, these Kai's gloves were £200, but they are great. If you've got a Kai's jacket, you can connect them straight up and they're absolutely fantastic. But the Iron JS gloves, or Ride Iron as they are changing their name to, are brilliant. There's a link in the description. Go and order yourself one for a Christmas present before Christmas gets here. Wonderful. On the Triumph Scrambler 400X. This is the future, this kind of bike. Not necessarily just the Scrambler 400X, but this is the future. The price of them are absolutely right for a collapsing market. I think the big expensive bikes for 2025 are just going to plummet. I don't think there'll be very many people that can afford them. I really don't. Quite sad, really, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, it's 2025 is going to be an interesting year, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I'm really glad I bought this Triumph Scrambler 400. It's a brilliant little winter hack. It's now got what? How many miles on it? Let's have a look. $3,198 miles. And it's absolutely wonderful. It's been brilliant. It has been brilliant. And I've put the 15 tooth front sprocket on here. The original is a 14-tooth front sprocket, but it was running out of gears between first and third, maybe fourth. So by putting a 15-tooth on, it stretches the gearbox a bit further, which is great. Absolutely great. I'm not sure I'll be having this with 20,000 miles on it, but I'm sure it could go. Just talking to Andy, one of my mates, about going around the world and packing things in. Just go around the world. He's got a CRF 300 from Honda that's got about 26 horsepower. And I said, you could get on that. I'll go on this 400 Triumph and we just go around the world for the next 10 years until we die. Get away from this crazy economy that the world it seems to be in at the moment. Let's just get down to Uzbekistan or go through India, go through wherever. His first thought was to go over to Las Vegas. Yeah, the money would only last for a week if I was in Las Vegas. I can assure you, it'd make an interesting video for YouTube, I'll tell you that. Probably would get demonetized, and I don't blame YouTube for wanting to demonetize what I'd probably show you in Las Vegas. Crazy. Not that I've ever been. I haven't ever been to Las Vegas. But yeah, how many miles is on your bike? Have you got more than 20,000 on it? How long have you had the bike? When did you get the bike? How much did you pay for it? If you bought a bike that had got more than 20,000 miles on it, and because it had so high mileage, well, what really is high mileage? That's a good question. Did you get a good price on it? Is £20,000 the right 20,000 miles the right mileage as a milestone, shall we say, where a bike becomes in effect worthless? I don't see that on Marketplace or eBay. And if it's not 20,000 miles, what is it now? Is it 50,000 miles? 70,000 miles? I don't know. You tell me. But I do remember the days when they used to go, oh, it's more than 20,000 miles, it's worthless. I'll give you £500 as a trade-in. Excuse me. How things change. Brilliant times. Tell me your thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. If you are subscribed, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. If it meant something to you, do give the channel a like. And I'll give you a pre-warning. I've got some bankrupt cups, mugs going to become available, and also some bankrupt t-shirts that are going to become available through the channel merchandise coming up. So keep an eye out on that. You can always have a bankrupt t-shirt. Right, I'm coming into the village of Eckershaw. I shall speak to you very soon. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like I say, ride safe and be kind to everyone. Don't forget to eat healthily. And I'll see you very soon. Alright? Have a good one. See you soon. Bye bye.